the passage right. I feel the heat, I see the light. Miss atomic bomb. Make it up, we got the radio on. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me when I'm.
Just rock, 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 just rock.
Like a dagger buried deep in your back. You run for cover, but you can't escape the second attack. Your soul was innocent, she kissed him and she painted it black. You should have seen your little face. Burning for love, fighting on for your life. All it was a little touch, a little tenderness and truth. I didn't ask for much, no. Talk about being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Mr. Tommy Bomb, make it up, we got the radio on. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. Racing shadows in the moonlight. We're taking chances on a hot night. And for a second there we won. Yeah, we were innocent and young. Swear it's thin, but I'm standing here naturally. Your shockwave whisper sealed your face. Just like a dagger buried deep in your back. You run for cover, but you can't escape the second attack. Your soul was innocent, she kissed him and she painted it black. You should have seen your little face. Burning for love, fighting over loud. It was a little touch, a little tenderness and truth. I didn't ask for much, no. Talk about being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Mr. Tommy Bomb, make it up, we got the radio on. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. Some shadows in the moonlight. We're taking chances on a hot night. And for a second there we won. Yeah, we were innocent and young. Mr. Tommy Bomb, make it up, we got the radio
friends. Go, it's gonna be a day today. The Gwentfinity patch is in, and I am very disappointed with the average understanding of balance, and I'm not at all surprised. I've got a video that is going to be live on YouTube in 35 minutes. Christoph, thank you so much for the sub, my friend. Welcome in. Honestly, I think...
on fire.
Yeah, I think the changes demonstrate a complete lack of understanding of how balance works. To be completely honest, we have decimated multiple archetypes by over-nerfing them to the point of redundancy. Almost all Nilfgaard is gone. The Skellige Metalist completely dead. Elves completely dead. So much is now unplayable. Which just... This was an inevitability, by the way. I'm not shocked. This isn't a surprise. This is okay. Because this is the learning point, right? We had a dev team that would balance things, and balance things with a plan, a collaborative plan to drop one thing out so that it would disappear, but buff other things so that something else would happen. Well, we've just realized that we haven't done that. We have decimated everything and brought back one deck, and it's a deck that everyone's gonna hate. What was the bad change? Oh, Silex, trust me, all of them, in my opinion. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Not all of them, that's an over-exaggeration. I'm going to give you guys a super quick TLDR of my opinion on this. Hello, my darling. Decisions. Let me get out of the way. Vi, interesting change. It will be reverted next patch. Saskia, meh. Unseen Elder, unnecessary. Gezrus, makes sense to put it at 12. I don't know who convinced people to buff Assimilate, but sure. Phoenix, waste of time. Crowmother, I don't hate, but doesn't help the archetype. Ruin, interesting, doesn't help the archetype. Nithril, doesn't help the archetype. Black Railer, who voted for this? Vesemir, meh. These two, nice. We have managed to destroy so many archetypes with this. So many archetypes have been decimated. The breaking of Reavers, I can't believe I'm going to be the person to say I am actively voting to buff this to 2 power at the end of this patch, and I want you to do the same. Reavers, and I have this on good authority, have the worst win rate of all structured decks. Do I like Reavers? No. They're tedious, they're boring, and they're nonsense. But so are a lot of archetypes. Do I like them? No. Do I think they should be broken? No. And do you know what the biggest surprise of this is? Genuinely, do you want to know what the biggest surprise of all this is? Hey, Restless, how you doing? Frame drops. I have 0% frame drops, Kafka. And zapping. Hi, Train. What the biggest surprise for me is that Golden Necker didn't get nerfed, and I'll tell you why it didn't get nerfed. Because it would still work if they nerfed it, and people wanted to break something. People wanted to break something. We've done that now, so now we can move forward. So I think a lot of us are surprised with some of this stuff, because we live in a very small bubble of English. I'm being very generalized because I'm speaking of my experience. I live in a very generalized English-speaking content creator bubble. Me, personally, live in whereas there is still a very active CIS community, there is still a very active Chinese community also putting in their thoughts and their beliefs. So, yeah. If 60 cards pass the threshold, 60 cards can currently be voted on. And I genuinely want your feedback on this, okay? Because I'm torn on whether it's too many or not. And hear me out. I've asked this in the YouTube video that's going to be live. A poll would be great, Bassaside, actually. Here's the thing. Do we like 60? Thank you very much, Jess. I didn't know that, and I hope that gets fixed soon. Thank you for the information. Lovely to see you. Is 60 the right amount. Actually, the 61 technically, yes, there is actually a 61st change because 2 of them drew. So, is 60 enough? Or is 60 too many? Right? Or, so if 60 is too many, should it be that there's only 10 cards per one, taking it to 40? Here is where I'm not sure about this. We have just had 61 changes. I'm going to say 60 because it's easier. Of these 60 changes, I expect 20 of them... I expect anywhere between 10 and 20 of them to be reverted. Which actually means there aren't going to be that many changes. There's just going to be things that bounce around, right? I fully expect Magic Compass to be changed back. Roach, probably to be changed back. Pulling the Strings, probably to be changed back. Instantly, right? I'm expecting all of those things. If we have any sense, we will buff individual things, right? There isn't the capacity to cap it per faction, I'm afraid. I wish there was. Polls up there. I can't see that stuff anymore because I have to work out how I can make that look. So thank you, Bassaside. My overall concern with this genuinely is we have nerfed archetypes that don't need nerfing. This is not the 15 provision card. Nerfing archetypes that we don't like, that were already horrendous, is a waste of time. That's one point. Secondly, when we have chosen to nerf something, and this is an inevitability, I get it, because there isn't one person making the decision, everything's getting nerfed. Svalblood Sove, unquestionably a really good list in Patricidal Fury. But Svalblood got nerfed, Sove got nerfed, Sigvold got nerfed, and the bloody leader ability got nerfed. The deck's dead. Right? I don't know who the hell thought buffing Novigrad was a good idea. This card's busted. Skip over that. Again, the same's true of elves. All of a sudden, both Vanadane and Angus and Heist are all getting nerfed. Way too... Oh, and Care Trolled. Yeah, Care Trolled should be nerfed, and I'm not saying any one of these individual cards doesn't deserve a nerf. To clarify, right? Let me get this out there. I agree Svalblood is an amazing card. Top end, high value, trading above its curve. I agree Sove is the same. I agree Care Trolled, particularly, is the biggest offender. Simply because it is too universally included. I don't think Sigvold deserved a nerf at all, and I find that weird, but I understand. But if you nerf all of them, you decimate the entire thing, right? Skellige got Crow Mother and Phoenix buffs. So Skellige got Magic Compass back. That's what Skellige got. And now, this got buffed back into playability, and next patch, Golden Necker, Magic Compass, and Roach all go to 10. In 2 weeks, that will happen. No question. Nilfgaard doesn't exist. Nilfgaard's dead. Yeah, Nilfgaard did get some stuff back. It got Brathens and Vigo. Who the hell convinced people to do that? I don't know. So Nilfgaard, at best, is Assimilate. Though that stuns me. That stuns me. That these two are not the biggest surprises, though. These two are. Siege is not 13 provisions. Siege and Amphibious Assault. What? What? In what world? Who? I genuinely need to know, because I didn't see anybody voting. I didn't see anybody talking about this. There are 2 scenarios that, in my completely biased opinion, are 13 provisions. Haunt and Passiflora, nothing else. There are also no scenarios that are 15 provisions. This is nonsense, right? I'm just... Oh, the devs should be laughing at us. But here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. This is a learning process, and with thousands of people getting involved, it is an absolute inevitability that we over-nerf. This is not a shock. It's not a surprise. Nobody's surprised by this, and if they are, I don't understand it. I don't. This was an inevitability. Our chance now is to learn, and I think you have to give some props to Shinmiri for this. While some of these changes are ones that he pushed for and I absolutely hate them, Open Sesame, Acherontia, Ixora, all getting nerfed again to take the list to be completely unplayable. The idea he was trying to come up with was sensible, right? It was genuinely sensible of, we need to actually collectively buff and nerf, otherwise we're going to destroy stuff and build nothing, right? So I think you're going to see, hopefully, because today some people are going to be like, yeah, we killed loads of stuff, before realizing that actually all they did was enable boring mid-range. This season will be Vi, it will be Assimilate, and it will be Golden Neck Skellige, and we'll all be whinging. Because that's what we just created. Nerfing Enslave, by nerfing Enslave, Torres, Vilgefortz, all in one go, and Calvé, and all of the bronzes. It's too much. It's too much. And again, I actively requested that this card not be breakable. And I understand to a degree why, because I was championing Golden Necker working, and Skellen as well, Jesus Christ. I was championing not letting Golden Necker be breakable. For me, it's the same issue. Do I like this card? No, I hate it. I hate the archetype, pisses me off a treat. It's not fun to beat, right? It's not fun to beat this deck. I don't disagree. I still don't think we should be deleting archetypes. Who thought Ron Pally was too strong for 12p? People who don't like John, I guess. So, it just doesn't... We can all agree there are some things that are too strong and a billion things that need buffing. What this shows me is we're just blind to a lot of this stuff. And I really hope we learn quick. I really hope we learn quick. It'll get buffed in 2 weeks' time. What, Reavers? Maybe. And I'm going to be fine. I can't believe I'm going to have to spend a vote to buff fucking Reaver Hunters back to being in existence. But I will. I will. Here's the thing. Does that mean as a result we're just losing one every single patch? No, I don't think too many people can vote. In any instance, to clarify, not just Gwentfinity. Ron Pally's a phenomenally good card and definitely an engine that needs answering because its triple status could be engine stop, engine removal, and an engine itself. I don't necessarily say that this couldn't be a 13 provision card. I'm not necessarily saying that it doesn't deserve to be. I'm saying that status Nilfgaard just took nerfs to its 3 key cards. I championed this one. I agree entirely that this is a 6 provision card because the text on your turn isn't on this card. This should be a 6. Should be a 6. Right? Yeah, Bassicide, me too. I'm sorry about that. Poll results. I can't even click them. Why can't I click them? Manage poll. View. Okay. There is... That link should take us to the poll. Okay. Nilfgaard's dead now, yeah. Nilfgaard will have to rely on being Assimilate, but it's gonna struggle. And again, Dame at 6... No, Dame should... This version of Thirsty Dame, I believe that's a 6 provision card. I actively believe that's a 6 provision card. I don't disagree with this. But I do disagree with then simultaneously also nerfing the 2 key cards, even if I think both of them might still need it. Dame is a crazy card and is exactly, it's on par with Messengers and Fledders. It should be a 6. Yeah. Reaver Scout. Who's, like, they buffed Reaver Scout down here. How? Is this just people being ironic? Is people just taking the piss? Like, Taxamic over on YouTube. Cleaver will be OP with new muscles. So it's not all bad. Like, you guys are used to me being super positive because I try to find the positive in stuff, right? 2 different communities, you might be right. you guys are used to me being super positive. I am not surprised by this. I am not surprised by this, okay? This is a shit show of a set of votes. I'm not surprised, because it was always predictable. A million cooks ruin the stew, right? Some of these buffs are great. Kedwani Revenants. This actively helps support an entire archetype and improve it. Good buff. Cleaver's Muscle brings other cards back into play. I think that's really great. While I don't like Vi as an archetype, changing it back is really interesting, because we'll see where it sits now that it's back to old Vi, even though we have to change our emotes now. Those are cool buffs. They kind of make sense and they help bring things into play. That's why, as controversial as it is, I like the Magic Compass buff, because it brings stuff into play. It creates a whole set of decks that are playable. That, I think, is fun, even if you hate them. Portal, it's why I buffed this, because I think if we can buff it a second time, it's playable, and I think it's worth it. Trusky's been winning with Golden Echo Pirates. Yeah, I'm not surprised. But that's not but that's really disingenuous, because it doesn't show how powerful Compass is at all. It shows you that this meta that we've just created on day one, you deleted every meta deck completely from existence, and then re-enabled a deck that used to be powerful in its full form, that a really good player understands and can mow through people who are trying to find new stuff. That's just disingenuous data. Someone just purchased something. I'm sure he has been leaving provisions unspent. It doesn't make a difference, right? I don't know what was just purchased, but thank you very much for that purchase. I'll check on it later. Yeah, it's going to be a bit refreshing. The changes will make changes, yes. And initially, Gwent, prior to this, was in a good state of balance where we as a community of people are very lazy with decks. We wait until someone streams something or a pro plays something, and probably 95 out of 100 decks that you see and 95 out of 100 players kind of follow that path. And then you have a few people who will innovate from different communities entirely to make new decks. I'm just thinking subjectively of people I know. Someone like Energix will play something completely off the wall. Mayamon historically has always done it. Magpie was renowned for it. Freddy Babes was fantastic for it. For instance, right? Brilliant, great players, and they do things a little differently, which is really nice. We historically don't do that so much, right? And we just play what's there. This will force us to play something different. My worry is if we keep doing this... J. William James, I see you in chat. You have been guilty of exactly the same thing. You have also done this a lot, right? I've seen you... A lot of decks attributed to you in the past, and I love it, right? I like that. That's good, it's exciting, and it will encourage us to try new stuff. The problem is, if we have another patch like this, another 2 patches like this, Gwent is back to being Gwent, the mid-range draw your gold cards game. I played that game, it was shit. I don't want to play that game again. Pasta, that's up to us. There is one more balance patch before Masters, and plenty of the pros have highlighted that they are nervous that there'll be nothing left. So, the first set of changes were always going to be divisive, weird, excessive. It makes sense because we're reactive creatures, right? This is why the number of people over the years who've claimed they know how to balance Gwent, and maybe any one of them could have had a shot, but all of us together, it is going to be tough, right? All of us together, it's going to be tough. And it's okay if you like an individual buff or nerf within here. That's fine, right? The pros that can innovate are going to win, which is good, right? It depends. Because we now are in a spot where how quick... It's not really about innovating. It's about a dice roll of, I'm going to make a random lineup, and because we're creating situations where stuff's now really wonky in terms of balance, that we've taken years to try and fix, tournaments used to come down to, oh, someone brought random, and even though that stuff's not great, it worked. You know, we watched Life Coach beat Tailbot basically before the series started, because of things like this. So if we have another patch in 2 weeks' time, which we do, by the way, the pros have got 7 days to build a lineup, establish a meta, and work it out. Gwent Masters 5 could be decided by who gets lucky with their lineup. I don't love that. Higher rated player should have more votes. So that's a really interesting question. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. I love that. I suppose I should wait till it shows up on the screen. I don't know. So none of those things will help. And I'll tell you for why. Thank you so much for the super chat. I can see you both on YouTube and on Twitch. Mike Too Easy, hello. Kyle over on YouTube, hello. Welcome. Great to have you guys here with us. Taximic, good to have you as well. And Twitch chat, I will say hello to you individually in a minute, but you're all here and you're all very bloody chatty, which I love, of course. Making it so that the higher ranking you are, the more votes you have is a really interesting situation. I don't think it's physically possible. I wouldn't have minded the existing system, but if you got into the top 64, you got an addition. If you were in the top 64, all of your votes got an additional 1 or something. I don't think it's possible. I don't think it was ever possible, but whatever. I don't believe it's difficult because I'm sat here saying too many cooks spoil the broth. Right, thank you very much for that super chat. I really appreciate it. Very kind of you. I wonder if that speaks it out. It doesn't, but I'm answering the question. But at the same time, anybody playing has the right to be involved. I just think yeah, I just feel like it's not a crazy thing to ask that the very best players should be able to be flex. Oh, no, I don't disagree with you on that. I don't disagree with you on that point at all. I think that too. I just think that giving them 7 days to do that kind of might undermine the tournament in reality. Because for me, the best players are the ones that can perform the best. I think the biggest test of skill is when the meta is super narrow in terms of a competitive scene. Here are 10 decks, and the player who plays these the best in the mirrors, in the matchups, knowing that makes the right decisions at the right time, I think that is a higher test of skill than, oh cool, I managed to randomly come across this and nobody else did, if that makes sense. Gwent has 50 good meta decks in a vacuum of a tournament in the right, you know? So, I get your point and I don't disagree with you long form, but yeah. But the top players being able to veto, that's all of those things sound great. Structurally, it's not possible. It's not. The only thing that can happen from here is the boundary. Something for the patches to have a vision. I agree entirely. That bit I agree. Patches need variety. I agree. I think this was always going to be an issue, guys. Okay, if this surprised anybody, I want a dash of your optimism, and that's coming from me, okay? We were always going to overnerf archetypes because people have seen Patricidal Fury, Sove's Foul Blood for a while. Everybody wants the list to go away for a little while. So Lionheart decides we nerf the leader ability. And Batsicide thinks it should be Sove that gets targeted. While Johnny Riso thinks it should be Foul Blood, and other people are going, well, actually, you know what? Kyle over here is saying, Sigvold is actually the issue. And enough people agree with all of them that everything gets killed. When we had a dev team doing this, that wasn't the case because obviously they have a smaller group of people who can understand the impact, because only 4 voices actually finally make those decisions and could avoid that. We're going to go through these periods. The big thing now, by these periods, I mean every patch is going to do this to decks. Every patch, okay? The learning curve for us is this is how balance works now. The only tweaks are going to be how many votes are needed for something to get through, and how many changes total are possible? Right now it's 60, although we have 61. Do we want less? Do we want more? We need to learn from this and go, okay, so we did this, we've over-nerfed. Let's collectively agree that deleting an entire archetype is a bad thing, but a month off from it was actually okay. Let's make sure we buff one of those things back up so that at least it has a chance, right? If the community stays active and thinks, I agree with Mike Too Easy on YouTube, that it can work. So, yeah, power nerfs aren't problematic. This genuinely, I hate Reavers. I've never tried to defend them as an archetype. They bore me to tears, but they're also terrible. I don't understand wasting a vote on it. I understand thinking it's funny and be like, ha ha, Reavers, suck it. But it's just a waste. In the same way that nerfing cultists is a waste. It was destroyed as soon as Afan wasn't possible with it. It doesn't exist. So why we wasted 2 separate nerfs on it is beyond me. You know? Concerned about some of the changes being based on excessive hate. Yeah, and that's always going to be a thing, au revoir. Right? That what we need to consider is that's going to happen, especially early on. But now we've seen it, we can go, okay, was it too much? My concern is when we over nerf, we don't have it. There already. It would be so easy to buff 100 cards. I went through a 4-hour stream just talking about, oh wow, I want to buff this and this and this and this. I could buff stuff all day that is slightly power crept. So all of a sudden, are those things now falling down the list? Because I'm having to fix stuff from last month? Like, 1 second, chat. Aria's just sending me cute photos of things I think she wants to buy. But again, at least if a faction has destroyed its Nilfgaard, I understand the concept, but destroying Nilfgaard means Northern Realms runs riot, and Northern Realms is boring as fuck. We've seen this happen where entire factions are suppressed from existing when another one is too good or non-existent, right? We've seen this happen, and that's what we're doing. And it's something that we need to be mindful of, because I know it sounds funny. I have played Gwent since closed beta. Many of you have too. And when we think back, we have been through some boring ass metas because of poor balance. And we are now cheering. Yeah, NR is super strong, I agree. The strongest deck in Gwent is currently on win rate from the tournament was Melitali Temple Mutagenerator Shoop. 81% win rate from Red Coin. Obviously it is worse from blue, so on ladder, again, it mixes it up. But yeah. So, but our job now is to look at this as a collective and say, okay, so of the 61 changes, I buffed Compass, by the way. Daddy Paul, I buffed Compass, and I buffed Compass for one simple reason. The card was fundamentally designed to work as a Golden Necker card. It is ridiculously strong, so let's nerf Golden Necker itself and the things around it. I did not expect Roach to get a buff at the same time, I'm going to be honest. Was it a mistake to restrict? No, God no, Johnny. Pro rank players aren't the pro. It's not, oh, these rank 3 plebs a vote. That's not the problem here. Plenty of people in pro rank have no concept of how balance works either. Trust me, I'm in pro rank. So I can tell you getting to pro rank is more a time restriction than an ability restriction. And it's very important if the game is gonna survive that everyone feels like they have a voice if they play it enough. To clarify, I'm not saying Roach shouldn't be a 9 provision card. It 100% should be. Erendite was created to be a Golden Necker card too. No one would agree that should be 9 provisions. Moody, that's a good point. if it weren't for the fact that Erendite fundamentally still works and is very good. Magic Compass was designed, by that I mean its entire ability revolves around Golden Necker and its thinning. Does that make sense? So, while Erendite came into the game as a 9 provision card, its card design wasn't, this has to be in Golden Necker or it won't work. Right? So, yeah. Golden Necker's barely seeing any, and that's the thing, Golden Necker isn't actually seeing any play. It isn't a single one of the meta lists. So I'm really pleased that it didn't get a nerf, and I think the community should be praised for that. And also, yeah, Compass will bounce between the two constantly. I think this will be 9 provisions for 2 weeks, 10 provisions for 2 weeks, 9 provisions for a month, you know. Malignant is considering only limiting 5 changes per section. Is what? One second, guys. I just need to check a bug report. Yeah, oh god. So, no, from what Malignant and they're discussing, and I'm genuinely trying to get feedback on this, is 60 too many? Should it be 10 changes per faction, taking it down to 40? No, the whole point of Gwentfinity is that there is gonna be nobody to look over this. We are the kings of our own kingdom. And queens, of course. So, yeah. 20 changes would be far too many. I think 40 would be nice. The only reason I want to keep 60 is what I've just said. We're going to have to revert 20 of the changes every month if we actually want to start making some sort of semblance of balance. So, you know. It definitely feels bad if you're a Nilfgaard player, yes, because you're either playing Assimilate or losing. And honestly, most Nilfgaard decks were already not great, they were just different. Jacobu on Twitch says that the issue is nobody knows which cards already have a lot of votes. Yes. Syndicate got over-nerfed to hell. Elves got over-nerfed to hell. Every Nilfgaard deck got over-nerfed to hell. Siege somehow got over-buffed. God knows how. Who the heck? I'd love to know who voted this, by the way. Has anybody seen anyone vote for Siege? And Tommy, the last time we had this many... This is more balance changes than we've had, I believe, in the last 12 months in total. I genuinely don't know. Like, I'm genuinely asking. Because someone asked before and chat's moving so quick. I'm sorry. If I'm missing your messages, I'm not trying to. It's just, obviously, we're all very excited today, which is great. And that's on Twitch, on YouTube, on everywhere. Oh, it's gone now. Oh, yeah, someone asked, where are people getting their information for how to vote? Well, a chunk of people will just vote with their gut. Other people will watch streamers. So Shin had a thing that he put together trying to prevent an all-out chaos. And again, as I've said, I didn't agree with all of the cards in there, but I understood what he was trying to do, and I support what he's trying to do. Then I was talking about stuff, other streamers were talking about stuff, Reddit will have a collection of different pros or streamers, other communities outside of Twitch, so the Chinese community stream on a completely different platform, they will also do the same. I would imagine there's a group of like CIS region players who again have their own community, who will again be voting a certain way. Overall, I am sad. If I'm being completely honest, I think most of these changes hurt. I think most of them go too far. Yeah. So, there are lots of changes in here that don't actually do anything. There are other changes that are grossly excessive. You know? A primary system where we vote on candidates, but yeah, I think the problem is I'll be as Thank you for the follow, La. I appreciate it. How about streamers make a unified balance? I mean, Shin's kind of trying to do that. Shinmiri's list is not Shinmiri saying, here's what I think and you peasants should agree. Shinmiri's having a conversation with this whole community and anybody who wants to be involved and coming to a conclusion. That's not to say I agree with the conclusion necessarily, but Shin's not out here trying to be big dictator man because he's the biggest streamer. That's not what he's trying to do. He's collectively trying to ensure the game's still playable. I've got mad respect for him for the amount of work he's trying to do for that. You're never going to get everybody to agree. I was never going to be sat here with 60 cards going, yay! It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. And it's good that that's not the case, right? So I'm glad that's not the case. Because what I think isn't necessarily what you think, and then what they think and what she thinks. That makes sense. We're going to have swings. We're going to have movement. That's okay. We're inevitably, especially early on, going to over-nerf whole archetypes without any forethought for the rest. Our biggest responsibility is to understand that and then go, okay, so next month, we kind of need to put some of that stuff back. Because right now, sure, we destroyed Foulblood Sove, but also Self-Wound's now pretty dead. Any other Patricidal Fury list is struggling, and Skellige only has Golden Necker Compass. I don't know if the 5 changes per bracket would be a permanent thing or just a single time. I'm just trying to get information in the background, guys. Sorry. 10 faction, 10 per faction. I like the idea on the face of it, but until I then give you but I have to use 4 of them per faction to fix shit that went wrong last month. Yeah, buffing Novigrad is also wild, by the way. I don't know how this happened. This card is bonkers. So let's try and pick out our meta. Northern Realm Siege is all the way. Nilfgaard probably has to go back to being NR Knights. Because no control heavy lists exist, it's going to be Engine City. Saskia and Vi are going to be around because, again, Engine City. Then Scoia'tael, Elves are dead. I would expect a little bit of Harmony to creep back in. I would expect Greedy. I would think probably that kind of greedy stuff will come back. That doesn't surprise me, if I'm being honest. Nilfgaard's chances, I think it is Assimilate or... Yeah, Assimilate because of the 2 surprise buffs, and I don't know which community rallied for that, but... Yeah, NR is going all in Siege, but Knights will be back with an absolute passion because the Syndicate lists and the Nilfgaard lists and the Skellige lists that keep them in check don't exist anymore. Middelios! Thank you very much for the sub, my friend. Welcome home. Luke's on YouTube because the buff to Siege and AA Mutagenerator nerf basically didn't happen. That's not true. That list taking a nerf and another NR list existing isn't a bad thing.
Council, where we will see if the community knows best or not.
SK Raid with Sove is not still busted. It's taken a 2 power nerf and a 2 provision nerf. That's a huge amount of impact on a singular deck. Huge amount. I'm not saying the list won't work. I'm saying over 1 game. I'm saying over 30. It's going to have a massive impact because you have to remove so much more. And it was already running on prayer. Honestly. Nilfgaard soldiers. Here's the thing, right? Slave Driver is a 6 provision card. I know it, you know it. I'm happy with it. 2 points on Sove does nothing. I disagree with you. Otherwise, we wouldn't have voted for it. It's every nerf makes an impact, trust me. And again, the provisions are always bigger than the points, yes, but what mutagenerator... I agree that the mutagenerator list had AA in it. What I mean is a whole new deck coming up. I understand what you mean, that this one provision is balanced out by this one provision. This one provision is then another one. And the list was already super tight on provisions because it ran only 4s, mutagenerator, and the lock. Well, it now can't run the lock. It not having access to the lock genuinely makes a difference. Right? No, Slave Driver is not only a 6p when it played a Sergeant. Slave Driver on Imperial Marine, 6p. Sergeant, 6p. An extra lock should be more expensive than the lock would have been originally. 6 provision. The ability of this card belongs on a 6 provision card, in my opinion. Right? In my opinion. Because of what it enables, this card, I hear everyone going on about, this card breaks the provision rules. Well, this card breaks the literal deck building rules. You can only have 2 copies of a bronze. No, you bloody can't. You can have 10. That ability, this should cost more than the card you're creating typically, in my opinion. That's why I'm happy with it at 6. These changes are already in the game, Order Master. They're in now. This is Gwent today. So yeah, that's my opinion on this. But as a result of that, I don't think Marine needed the nerf. And I don't think the 1 power nerf to this was as necessary either. Well, Pharaoh, the first patch was always going to have this. Okay? The person who just typed on YouTube, are you Energix, by the way? Because I feel like you might be. In which case, I don't want to dox you. But yes, Pharaoh on Twitch. It was always going to be the case that we emotionally react and overnerf. We've all wanted to get our teeth into this for so long, and there's lots of people getting involved. It's an inevitability, right? That doesn't surprise me. This isn't a shock. We now have to take the good out of it. Things like a couple of us champion certain things. I was trying to get people to vote for Portal. Yay. I'm not taking sole responsibility. I know Moshcraft wanted Verena, for example, or Ruin, and he was trying to get people to vote for that. Looks like that's happened. The power decrease completely renders Reavers as a broken card, Order Master. Yes, it's probably the stupidest thing I've ever seen in a live game. So, like, those cards... And so what we can see and what we can learn from this is, as content creators, we have the chance to help shape this. Some of it, there are lots of content creators and lots of communities, and each of us is getting to shape something. Some community somewhere decided that Siege and Amphibious Assault needed a nerf, and I guarantee it's the same community, and they succeeded. Somebody thought that Assimilate needed a buff, and they succeeded. Other people thought that certain things needed wiping off the face of the earth, and they succeeded, right? Okay. Okay. We don't need to know which region pushed for what, although I'm sure they do have the data of exactly where the votes typically came from. None of that matters. The learning point of it is we can collaborate, we can work together, right? That's a thing. Also, from Legion isn't saying that we're going to be nerfing. We're going to be just switching it down to 5 per each. It's just that they're looking at all options for the number of them. Yeah, so like all people have a possibility. Like we could, that's a good thing. That's a positive that we can look at and go, okay, that's great. Love to see it. Right? And now we can go, so we deleted 8 archetypes. Actually, that probably wasn't what we were looking to do. So, maybe I can put some of the votes in to bring some of that back. Maybe we work on collaborating or having... Somebody suggested the other day, and I'm actively, and I don't remember who it was. I feel like I'm going to attribute it to Silex, but it might not have been Silex. Either way, I guess they get the credit now, and if it was you, tell me in chat. I want to make a creator roundtable video once a month. Halfway through the month, and get 2 or 3 creators on, might not be the same ones every time, and go, so, here's where we are now. Restless Revenant, sure, well, I'll take it was you. And it might have been you, actually, now I think about it, so sure. Here's where we are. Here's where our archetypes are. Here's the stuff that got really nerfed since we've been doing this and now doesn't exist that we should consider. And here's why, and that doesn't mean you have to agree, but just kind of a discussion, because, as I say, I love the idea of what Shin's doing, but I disagreed wholeheartedly with some of the nerfs, and I'd like both voices to be in the same place so people can talk. We'll see. Votes in terms of how many they got. I've actually been asking for that too. Hey, Daddy Hoggy, good to see you. Vote to nerf problematic archetypes anymore, because the archetypes will probably be doomed anyway, and I'm worried that that might also be the case. Just had a Nilfgaard player pull your golden neck with Cantarellas, and well, YOLO Cantarella will always be a thing. I'm trying not to have a discussion with my Legion at the same time. So, yeah. Golden Necker Pirates will be obscene today, even with 25 spare provisions, because there aren't any meta decks left. People are trying out new stuff, right? Yeah. People are trying out new things. All of the meta decks don't exist. That list is very simple. And the 25 you ignore you know? We all know that this is going to get nerfed again, right? Everybody knows it. I honestly expected Golden Necker to be in the decreases as well, just as an emotional reaction. So, and we've seen, in terms of consistency of all decks, a deck that wants you to thin and throw stuff away is going to suffer the least from spare provisions. You know? So, he's running a deck that instead of using his 160 provisions, he's only running 135 of them to show how crazy it is, right? But day one of a patch with nothing else that's currently built, you know? Either way, we've talked about that for a lot longer than I intended. I just need to answer this. Hey, Capicat! My new favorite Prime Gaming subscriber. And I understand the point they're trying to prove, but of all of the changes, one card getting buffed to make a list playable that's good, if just that change happened, I promise you it wouldn't be working. If you make the changes that they're saying are too good now, right? Oh, right, it's back to 9 provisions. And you played it without the obscene destruction of Syndicate, Elves, all of Nilfgaard, it wouldn't work. Do you understand? Like, I understand the point they're trying to make, but you have to actually view it in a picture of where we are. Right? I'm not saying it won't be doing very well, or that it won't be half of the ladder today. It will. Change the maximum number of votes. Yes, yeah. It hasn't been said in here, but obviously I know that because I've been chatting backwards and forwards with them over it. Max change to 5 to stop the craziness in nerfs. but that also makes for less changes. Yeah, and it's going to be a balance. They started off on the high end. My worry is the decision we make on this is final. So if we decide, oh, let's only have 5 changes per thing, you're telling me it's 6 months before I can fix what happened today. And not all pro players have been saying that, Fiddler. A lot of them have been saying that they welcome it back. Some don't want it there. I get it. But not all, by any means. So 40-20 buffs, nerfs, I would love that. Hasn't happened. Yeah, winning on day one in a completely new meta, the 25 provision things is very impressive, but equally, it's a list that doesn't want to use all of its provisions and wants to throw a lot of them away. You know? I'm not saying that it's not busted. And we always wanted more buffs than nerfs. The system doesn't really allow it. And even when you consider, let me just put this back up again, sorry. Even when you consider, we had the chance to have more buffs than nerfs because we used some of our nerfs as buffs on leader abilities, and then we decided to actually nerf even more. Don't you think that now is going to mess up the Masters? What, this list? No, not at all. For a couple of reasons. One, there's another balance patch in 2 weeks, and it was always going to get nerfed back. And two, I don't think that list will, but I do think Gwentfinity will. I'm really nervous that all of the meta decks have been destroyed. We have plenty of other things that can step into its place, don't get me wrong. But the next balance patch is in 14, 15 days, right? Then the players have 7 days to get their decks in for World Masters. 7. So it's going to come down to a dice roll of who makes random stuff that happens to be good against other people's random stuff. A meta doesn't develop in 7 days. So it's going to be blind luck. Because realistically, all the players at Masters are pretty damn close to each other. So my concern is, Masters 5, it'll be who guessed best. Right? And I don't like that. It might be exciting, but it won't be competitive. And that sucks. And I hope I'm wrong. And obviously there's still a balance patch to come. And these are very good players who will build very good decks. But I've been very lucky to cast all the way through Gwent Masters. I've cast events in every season. And I've experienced very rigid meta. It'll reward better deck builders. Not necessarily, because all of these players are great deck builders. And the players around them are great deck builders. There's no surprises, really. Because they all understand the maths of how valuable cards are. If it's only a week, it's not about being a good deck builder. Over the course of a month, sure. Especially in a top 16 qualifier. But for stuff like Masters, a blind meta for that is not good. Balance counts are not subject to changes. Yes, but there are only certain things that can be changed, Caitlich. Number of votes required to buff or nerf. Number of things that physically can be. That's literally what we're limited to because the hardware, like, that's the best we're gonna get. So, yeah. Yeah, it's about having people around you that have the time. Yeah, and lots of the people, if you're in Masters, and we know the 14 players that are there, all of them will be putting their all into playing and scrimming, and it won't just be them, it's a lot of people, right? But we'll see. We'll see. They have to tweak the voting system because some of these changes really make you feel like, yeah. I understand almost all of the votes. I don't like them, and I think a lot of them are excessive because people are voting for individual cards, not entire archetypes. But we have to learn to deal with what we've got. This is going to be tough. This is going to be tough. If I go into deck builder now, so what are we going to play? That is the question. What deck are we going to build? does the Pirate Golden Necker deck actually use the versatility? That deck right now will just be great because nobody knows what they're playing. Monsters with Ruin? Nah. I find that a little bit dull, if I'm being completely honest. I don't want to play Golden Necker's... Oh, Golden Necker's Syndicate could be interesting now that that's maybe back on the menu. Fiddler, I get it. I am usually criticized for being too positive, even though I don't actually think I'm too positive. Typically. I don't like most of these changes either, but I didn't expect to. And we all can look at it now and try and learn. Do they take different things from the compass? No. Part of the problem with compass is it's a Swiss Army knife that you can just play it lasse and either play it for Fukusha and loads of points or one of about 3 cards. The biggest flaw in compass is that you're never it's never as versatile as it could be. That's my biggest problem with it. Mega J Carlson over on YouTube. Hopefully the community now realizes they have the power to potentially ruin the game. I mean, you're not wrong, right? You're not wrong. We'll see. We'll see what comes of it. Hello Gnome, your Uprising Siege deck. Sorry, I'm missing about 1 million things. Ooh. Okay. I mean, that could do well. That could do well. Interesting. Yeah, exactly. More organization in the votes. And I think it's going to come down to if we honestly want this to feel balanced or to save this, the organized votes won't just be about what we want to change, but what we want to change back. I think that's the way that I feel about that. And hey, Region, how you doing? I didn't get a chance to actually say hello to everybody, so sorry about that. We kind of just dive straight into it. Let's see. So, build a collusion deck? God, no, I'm not smart enough to build a collusion deck. Talk to Pieball. So, let's think. Oh, by the way, so yesterday, Energix was kind enough. Energix shared a vampire deck that he thought was decent. He wasn't wrong. This is actually really fun. This list's actually really decent. Renfrey running Highwayman and Caravan Vanguards, believe it or not. This was actually pretty great. I'm wondering, greedy, like, my elves list is now dead. Status Nilfgaard is now completely dead. I'm surprised Ogroids avoided nerfs, if I'm being honest. Do we not have... Nope, okay. So, I'm surprised... I wouldn't be surprised to see Harmony come back in, but it will probably still be Guerrilla Tactics. If it's going to be, but I don't think a single point of Saskia is enough to bring that back in. Skellige, past the Golden Necker list, I don't think can stand up. Nilfgaard is dead. Syndicate, there will be a Syndicate deck that'll do well. Why aren't we starting with Vi? It's so boring. Nilfgaard's long dead. Vi. Consume. Haunt. Actually, you don't want toads in this, right? And then every single tutor in the game. A Neuromancy. Yeah, we want that. And I think you still run Haunt in this, honestly. I am running Haunt, that's fine. So that's fine. Typically, weirdly, this does tend to run Heatwave, but we'll get to that in a minute. Are there really no 10s? Naglfar, yes. I think that's the only. Matahuri is a possibility, honestly, but we'll see. We run that as well. 7, there isn't anything of use, but at 6 there is. Because at 6, of course, we're running the Norse that is Willem. 8, yeah, we've got... oh yeah, it's true, actually. Yeah, of course. Hillock as well. A disco pony is a possibility, I suppose. Yeah. Take disco pony. I think that's all of them. Let's just look at Death Wish bronzes a minute. So things that we want that are Death Wish cards, so that we can trigger our Haunt sufficiently. Those consumes make sense. Those foglets make sense. Yeah, sirens are okay. Probably going to include an extra something. And then Doldulok could be another consume. I don't hate harpies, honestly. Lava, yeah, okay. And Draga Lava's now running 2 of those is interesting, but we need more consumes, honestly. So bar guests go in. I've now got 2 provisions. So in those 2 provisions, I am going to cut a... Yeah, Cyclops isn't bad, actually, yeah. Lava's back down to 5, yeah. Yeah, I guess the Night Wraiths can go. Barghest can come in. And then at 5, we have 2 cards to choose from. Now, we could take Cyclopses for Tall Punish, which I don't hate, honestly. And I think that might just be it. There is, of course, an argument to then go, okay, how about we try and fit something in like a Heat Wave, which they've started doing, or like an Erendite, like a Vigo's Muzzle, that can be really awkward. Why, you know, overkills when you can use them on a Vi. Yeah, that's the only problem. But we need some kind of... The only other option, I suppose, is to run a lock of some description, but I mean, we are basically all in Vi if you Vi, right? It's first play Vi, and then you eat Vi, and then you play Vi, and then you play Vi. Yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. I think we stick with it. 1 Purify, that's a consideration. Elves deck? No, Elves is gone, right? The old version of Elves... that's basically what I was running before, honestly. It's not far off. I think Elves has to move... you're not going for Heist now, at least, so maybe. We'll see. Locking Vi works now. Yeah. You're never leaving this on the board, right? There's no version of Reality Vi ever sticks on the board, so I'm not so worried about it, if I'm being honest. Anything left playable? No. I wish there was. Oh, God, I wish there was. Second chat. I just need to check something. Okay. Let's try it. Old Vi Jam. I think the other one is probably that the NR list that was posted, the Uprising one. Let's give it a go because it all got buffed. Amphibious Assault at 13 is absolute madness. Siege at 13 too. The fact that you can add Temple in and then you go this, Ansace makes sense, I agree. Then Roach is good thinning and good tempo. Why not run Mutagenerator? Because you can. Single boiling oil. Okay, sure. Don't hate. Where is it? And then casting content. Ooh, not sure about Mutagenerator. Not sure about Mutagenerator, actually. I don't think that's worth it. And I'm going to cut it. I don't think it's worth it. Casting contests. Yeah, I can see. And then Siege. Two of those. Probably two of those. Pella. One of them. Winch. We definitely want two of those. I think we now do want Natalis. As a result of that extra bit of thinning. And then it's gonna be 654. I think Rita goes in. At 5, we play another boiling oil. And then I've changed my mind on lots of this. Why are we using Uprising? It got buffed. Quite frankly, is the answer. But that means now we are going to change it. No, I don't think Meave makes sense here. I need to check on something, guys. Sorry. That's fine. We want to be more control-oriented now I think about it. And the Mutagenerator, I'm going back to the idea. Could be convinced. I don't think you can run this list without the winches, so you can't run thingy. Yeah, this is just taking advantage of the extra provisions. Casting contests don't make sense now because they were for Reaver Scouts, which were for something else, so yeah, they can go as well. I actually want siege engines on the gold side. So, for instance, we do definitely want to see Rathard's Vengeance. When we kick Natalis. We want to see Foltest's Pride. So, we're kicking... Okay, Foltest's Pride can go. Ors. Bombardments. Do we have the consistency? Probably not. And then it ends up just being siege. So we have to go with Zeal. If we go with Zeal, we're short. And then we have to cut maybe the boiling oils. And the Roach, I'm going to say, now goes. Natalis comes back in. Siege engines coming back in. I think we now have enough of them, to be fair. Demavend. I don't think we can afford Demavend. We definitely can't afford Demavend. Pogovid Judgment. Yeah, I mean, Henselt's always a great shout. But if we're running Hensel, I guess we're cutting Muzzle. And then if we're running this, we should be running something else. Revenants at 4p could honestly be a really nice shout, just because they exist now. 8. New buff stuff? Yeah, I know. What? Honestly, Siege is just going to be good. Siege. You know, we need to cook a Drow deck. I don't know if I'm allowed to tell you or not, but a certain card was 1 vote away from being buffed in place of something else. Just 1. Just 1 vote away. Single vote. Yeah, your boy Draug was, you know, that's the difference you can make, chat. I need to run to the bathroom quickly before we get started, so I will do just that. Enjoy this best of Lionheart, and I will see you in just a moment. Love you all. What the fuck is that? No, no, run quicker. Abso-fucking-lutely not. Why is there a dragon? I've been here 2 minutes. What the fuck do you want? No. I'm sorry. What? What do you mean, why do I run away? Why do I run away? Look at it! Look at it! Oh, he took exception to that! He took serious exception! Oh, that's adorable. Okay, I can... Oh, wait, I have a sack? Yes, I have a flask. That guy's got a pupper with him, right? No, stop drinking the flask! Okay, I'm gonna have to rebind every control in this game. Square should not be drink flask. Circle should not be run and dodge.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Ah, you lied! You all lied to me! Facts. Okay, I'm here. I'm here. So, let's do it. Let's do it. Perfect cut. I know. I'm a talented man. You guys want to see Vi first, I'm guessing, so let's play Vi. Because first we'll play Vi, and then we'll eat Vi, and then we'll, you know... Play Vi. On the plus side, I have Sweet Clem. My favourite type, or subset of orange. And they're delightful. I thought this broke Gwent. I thought this leader ability broke Gwent. This leader skin. No? How many of my proposed changes? 30%. Dilly-dally. I understand my argument about elves. They wouldn't nerf them because it basically didn't matter because you can't kill them at 7, then you can't kill them at 6. Killing them at 6 is much easier than killing them at 7, definitely. I wouldn't nerf them because I don't think they deserve a nerf. And they both got nerfed, and Heist got nerfed. So, when the key part of your deck revolved around those cards sticking, and we just made it so that those cards have a significantly smaller chance. Oh, actually, okay, sorry. I think I had about eight of mine are in, Wasi. Elves are gone. Elves are gone. Elves are done. Scoia'tael got no marked improvements but a point for Saskia. Enslave is gone. Enslave 6 doesn't exist, but yes, Enslave 6 could just steal them, so the existence of it... Oh, it's this deck again. Oh. Yeah, the 2 Nilfgaard buffs make no sense to anybody, I agree. Vigo and Brathens, we're all confused. At least Nilfgaard got something. Not only are elves gone, Siege got buffed. Stella must be back. Oh, those are delicious. For some reason, my camera appears to be in the wrong place. To double cross, yeah, I know. Well, Nilfgaard will be Assimilate Knights, probably. Because they're the only 2 decks that I think are there. Enslave might become Enslave 5, but it took so many hits. I honestly don't know. They did have meta decks, but they were never high meta decks, and Elves wasn't one either at the time, honestly. It's kind of my concern. And so it begins, indeed. Indeed. So, but well, if you're on either YouTube or Twitch still, it's great to have you here and I appreciate you coming in. My video of thoughts on the changes is up and live on YouTube, although I'm obviously aware that lots of you are watching me live anyway, but feel free to check that out. We did just have a random hour-long rant. There are a bunch of elf decks in Masters 1. You realise how many years ago that was, bud? And I'm not saying Elves isn't good. Elves is one of those lists that exists and is a great counter to over-control or over-greed in some instances, right? I love Elves. I didn't want Elves to be in the spot they're in. But yeah. So... So I just play Vi. Now, I'm pretty sure that's how this deck works, right? First they play Vi, and then you eat Vi, and then they play Vi. You know, that's how this one goes, yeah? I'm also very sad about the Reaver nerf. The only reason Golden Necker didn't get a nerf is because it didn't break it to nerf it. Not because it deserved one. It definitely didn't. But nor did Reavers, objectively. It's one of, if not the worst performing archetypes. You know? Oh, a Frenzied Dow! Jamie on YouTube, Videx a snooze. I agree entirely. Chat asked me to play it as it's now been buffed. I can pass here, but that just gives them a 10-card round. Well, a 10-card round as Vi sounds great. But... they have a brick throw in hand. I think the list actually might only run one. But maybe. and I appreciate it. That's a bit early. Wow. The Vi is currently 14. Werewolf, that's how Werewolf works. This list's cracked. Yeah. Yeah, lots of things have changed. Werewolf's actually a really good card now. I think I just play... Yeah. One Vi is enough, right? So... The only problem with playing the Slizzard is they can kill it. If they've got a bricked rock throw. Then we go through the whole dance. But... Okay. No, Wassy, it's the only one. So, 14 points. Self-Eater doesn't do it from a single one. Yeah, Self-Eater doesn't do it from a single one. But obviously it can be hurt eventually. I'm not surprised at all. If Golden Necker could have been broken by it, then that would have been voted as well. I'm pretty confident, honestly. Red Haze, that... Christ, this person's teched for Vi. You can't vote for a power nerf to a 1p card, it's not eligible. Okay, so I have to pass now. Which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. So, I should have passed when I had the chance to guarantee the long round, but getting the werewolf so early is kind of big as well, I suppose. I kind of have to take all of my mulligans, right? There actually, yeah, let's say there is a card that's deploy destroy self. Syndicate card. But you pay a tribute to prevent it from happening. Pay tribute 1 to stop it. If I remember rightly. Does exist. Does exist. Oh yeah, Anel Conqueror too, if you're not devotion. That's a good point. Anel Conqueror will also do that. For non-devotion. Hey, Erendite. Right, love it. to be able to do this in 2 cards, I have to do this. But I think they run Heatwave. So this is an awful matchup for Vi. I didn't expect Vi to be worth... It's definitely better, but I don't think overall the archetype will survive just by having the point on Vi back. To be completely honest, so I'm not surprised that this game isn't going our way. And I'm kind of glad that that's the case. Which might sound strange, but I'm kind of glad that it's still not the one, you know? That feels like a strange choice of pass. Because I have to use my other leader charge here, right? Regardless. Which means I don't want to use the Alza. I would much rather just drop the Barghest and consume that. Right? Or Slytherin leader, maybe? Is just enough? Yeah, let's do that. Now we just need to find multiple ways of drawing Vi. We have 2 so far. And there could be many, many more. So let's see if we can't fish one out, shall we? Okay, so no. Kinda sucks, but hey-ho. Are they going to take the bait? Are they going to... So one of the things we should be running things like Archospores in the 4P slot to thin and probably get rid of the Solano Harpies. Barghest first would cost me a consume.
Sometimes submission is a virtue.
Yeah, we have too many consumes. We definitely have too many consumes. I wish there was the opportunity to not consume as well. Yeah, I can't consume... Yeah, I can't do this without eating the other. Yeah, that is a downside. Because they've got Erendite, but do they have Heatwave? They have Erendite, do they have Heatwave? Missing... Yeah. Yeah, that goes back row for sure. Okay. Yeah, they probably have Eskel as well, which just screws us in general, right? Well, we're dead now anyway. Yeah, we're dead in the water. I think we would need to, like, one more Vi, so we need to cut the two consumes, add, like, Archospore for thinning. Probably. We've got too many consumes. Yeah, that's just way too many points. Well, never mind. It's good to see that Vi's not amazing still, but we have too many consumes and none... Okay. I passed. I don't want to see your card, dude. I know it's Eskel. I've seen the deck for the last month. It's boring. Okay. So... let's make that change quickly. Cut the 2 Harpies, add Archospore. So changes. Exit. I'm honestly don't want to play Vi though. So let's try Siege. See if this version of Siege works or not. We'll see. So now I queue into someone playing Vi. Oh, goody. And now they can show me how it should have been done. Love to see it. So, yeah, and Vi should still just get out-greeded, quite frankly, yes. It still shouldn't be a very good thing. I don't want Ansei's in hand because I want it from Temple of Melitele. Let's go. Opponent. Oh, okay, maybe not. Maybe it's something different. To play this hideous temple. Oh. Have to take Kimball. Don't really run any soldiers. We run Revenants, so we do run soldiers. And it's got to be Selkirk, right, with Zeal. Plus side, this obviously shows you what it is now, which I think is great. Opponent leader charging an Arcaspore feels a bit, That can go. Optical Strooms, yeah, well, there were no buffs to anything like that, so yeah, they still work. They just weren't very good before, unfortunately. Like, there was no meaningful archetype getting buffed into play, with the exception of Compass's back, which obviously, with Roach, is massive. I'm supposed to have played this already, right? That was supposed to be what I did first, because apparently I'm an idiot. So Vandergriff says, chat, and if Vandergriff says it, it must be true. These are kind of just a little bit of fun in this deck, but with bombardment and all the damage, there are plenty of ways it could work, right? I hate portals. Yes, Geralt, we all hate portals, I know. Brood Foltest Pride now? Shame this one wasn't on the front row, really. I think I'm gonna do it. Okay. We've now crewed this as well, which is kind of cute. Oh, Penitent. Okay. Penitent Pugo. Okay, okay. So Vandergriff says... New old cards, yeah, buddy. Okay, so this is Renfrey something. I'm not sure what Renfrey it is, but it's Renfrey something. Yeah, Gezrus getting a buff is nice. I do think Gezrus getting a buff is nice. We'll definitely be trying to make that work. Um... I don't really want to give Ansace here. But I also don't really want to play any more siege engines. Deadly, welcome to the channel. Yeah, my opponent's very talented with that, it seems. Yeah, let's just play this. And this. And this. Opponent not taking that pass is wild to me. Because now I will use the Ansace for reach and just destroy them. That feels... Don't know about that one, bud. Don't know about that one. Not convinced that was the line, my friend. So, I mean, like, we're winning on even, right? Opponent drew so well. Did they use their rent? Yeah. So that's the end of that. We've got AA coming back into our hands. It's kind of just fine. Siege is always Siege's problem if it's not running a Nero, and we are very greedy on that front. But I've got lots of thinning. Try and make it better. I suppose Temple makes it worse is one of the objective problems, right? Yeah, that's thin. Finding this hilarious? Well, I'm glad. I'm glad. I still... It's working? Nice, Gnome, I'm pleased. Because I can keep playing here, but I get to the point where Siege doesn't actually have siege engines. If I'm not very careful. Right? Balance that out. Oh, Imlerith. Muse and or Temple in round 1 and still won by a landslide. Yeah, Siege itself is kind of a scary concept, honestly. I might regret this. We'll find out. Yes, a Siege is... Yeah, and maybe a mutagenerator version works better. Because just control, you know? Okay, so we've already had... Leader abilities. Jotun is gone. Imlerith is gone. Regis is gone. I basically just find Siege, right? And it's alright. The Vigo's muscle could unironically be a problem for us. Because I'm not... the temptation to trade it for 4 was there, but... I could have over-pushed here. I think I was supposed to pass. Because now there's a good chance I miss Siege and or my Okay, there's siege. Now we just need the other siege engine and we're golden. As much as I love Kimbolt here, he doesn't help me. That does. Okay, never mind. Take it back. Hello, Eliza. How are you doing? And yes, tell me about it. This was an inevitability. Don't panic. Quite the patch. Uh-huh. By they, you mean, of course, we. Right? Drawing siege never in doubt facts. Yeah, I'll take that. That belongs to me now. But they have quite a decent 5-card point slam round if they're running maybe a Mordvud or, I don't know, something like that. A heat wave to destroy the siege is a possibility in this list. No, wait, it's Renfrey, so there's no heat wave. So I haven't got to worry about that either. There isn't... That's deep. Yeah. But we all know that, you know. Now we have the chance to see if we can actually progress, right? Can we learn together? That is the biggest question, my friends. Can we learn together? Cool. So, yeah, I don't know who on earth voted for Siege to get a buff, but they're wrong. Oh, it's Mordvud. Oh, that's sad. It's a good Mordvud, though. Okay. They're looking at the possible changes in terms of how... I'm in pro rank and that just showed me at rank 30. Is that... Okay, it is working though, we are climbing, so that's fine. Yeah. I know normal ranked is completely broken. But I don't know... Yeah, normal ranked is just dead. You can't climb at all, which is just wonderful. Okay. Love to see it. Chat, I'm so hungry. I've eaten a single bagel today and then 3 oranges. So, the things that will be possible, the number of changes and the threshold to vote, as well as the number of votes needed, right? I don't think there's much more that can be physically changed in the system that we have. So... Aristocrat Ball decks, but yeah, unfortunately things have been nerfed past the point of thought or sensibility. Nilfgaard has been nerfed to obliteration. Elves is not playable, among many other things, right? Makes me sad. Makes me legitimately sad. Play awful decks that don't get nerfed. Well, you won't have much choice now. Okay, Mahakam Forge. A cheeky bit of Forge. Your Hyperthin is being beaten. Okay, well, you're playing Who's playing Cultists today when the deck has been aptly decimated for no sensible reason? You know? Sheesh. We still just start with Temple because we're degenerates. We take Kimbolt because it's ridiculous. Take Gerhardt. And we take the duel. Duel! Time to play Scoia'tael. About that. Scoia'tael, to be fair, I'm going to build Movement Scoia'tael as the next deck that we play after this, because Gezra's got the buff it deserves, so we are going to try, as like, Control is struggling, I'm going to build Movement Scoia'tael, like proper Movement Scoia'tael with Gezras. See where we go. Bloop, they did, my friend. It feels that way because that's quite literally what happened, I'm afraid. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you. It feels that way because that's exactly what happened. Yeah. Oh, Lionheart, why are you like this? I just cost myself a point on the Ansays because I'm a pleb. I mean, Nilfgaard Knights are still going to be okay in what will be a very greedy meta this month. I would say that'll do pretty well. Assimilate's going to be back in a big way, which we're aware of course. I know this looks like a really weird play. Skellige Pirates will definitely dominate, like, for the next couple of weeks. Or rather, specifically the next couple of days, definitely. Because all of the meta decks got wiped out. And it's a former meta deck rebuffed, right? So while people work things out, that will decimate. No way around it. But it'll also get nerfed out of existence again in 2 weeks, so... I wouldn't worry too much. Like a weird choice when it's still gonna survive. Oh. Might look weird, but I think it's okay. I'm not going to get too much value from the siege side of this. Oh, God, I feel like a scumbag. Fine. Yikes. Actual scumbag. If I'm my opponent, I'm done. I'm like, you know what? I was trying to have fun after the worst patch I've ever seen. And what does this prick do? Vigo's Muzzle Siege. I feel like I'm... Wow. Yes, it's just this month, Rycal. It's definitely not going to be every 2 weeks normally. The devs are just trying to see what happens and also give us as much experience with them around as possible. Also, hello, lovely to see you. Welcome in. At least it's not 5 provisions. Not yet! Oh, dear. Did you just lead a charge, Chief? That seems excessive. I think this runs a Nero, so I don't want to play Squirrel. But at the same time, kind of want to play Squirrel. Just because I can after this. So it's click. Click, Squirrel. Oh god, we run Heatwave. I forgot we run Heatwave. Chat, we run Heatwave in this deck? Oh, bleh. Vampires are good now. Vampires definitely took some buffs. With the amount of control that got deleted, I expect to see Vampires do a pretty good job, honestly. Oh, I remember when Dagger was good, Jamie. I'm glad that that's not the case anymore, but I do remember well. Da 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 do 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 do. Okay, we're still ahead. They're going to use this now. My duels are going to be... Duels are going to be tough, honestly. Because I almost want to lose the duel, right? But leave it on 1 to proc this. 5 takes this down to 5, kills me... No, 7 takes this down to 3... Takes me down to 4, it dies. That's a shame. We still do it. I could have done better with that, I think. Oh well. There was a better way of doing whatever I just did. I should have killed this one for less points and denied the armor on both. But obviously this still going. Oh no, Broover. Oh. I'm just the worst. Of all of the people, I'm actually the worst of them. Oh, this is hideous. I feel just terrible about this whole thing. You know? My poor opponent, they've used Leader, they've used Mahak and Pass, they've used Broover, and I'm just going, nope, 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 nope. Yeah, Dagger is, yeah. Messenger of the Sea only procs by rain Dagger from all damage, so there's obviously Dagger does have the benefit while he's row-locked of having more triggers, which is great, but dwarfs are, you know, dwarfs are okay. Dwarfs are okay. I love that my opponent's just like, I'm still going. Like, opponent's not having this. Opponent's like, listen to me. I just feel like I'm the worst, you know? Like, I don't see how they catch me here. Yeah. Against dwarves, the long round with siege might not be the way. I might have to push. I might legitimately push here and go for a short round with like a Kimbolt or something. We'll see. I'm going to push regardless. This is just, yeah, we have to push, right? I have carryover and 1 on even. There's such a temptation to not. But I think we just go, right? I don't think they've got enough left to stop us, honestly. I think we're fine. The AA as well is kind of sickening, right? Cheeky company. Oh, cheeky Zoltan's company. That's annoying. Respect it. Oh, it gives me a bombardment. Oh, oh boy. Oh, jeez. I am the problem, chat. Me exclusively. I am the issue. Wow. That's good, though. That's great. Fair play opponent here. Wow. Oh boy. Okay, okay. This is every turn. That's kind of crazy. Every turn. And now the armor should drop in as well. Okay. So, opponent has... This always dies, right? So, opponent's on 14, opponent's on 13, opponent's on... Okay, so we kill that, we move that, we play the AA, and we play the Caro Ballista, because I can play the Caro Ballista like this. Boom. 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 Okay. I don't think there's a card that wins it for them. The Eudora would have been... The Eudora could be bringing it closer. The Eudora's close, but it's not enough. Unfortunate. We were very, very aggressively bullying there, and I feel terrible about it. Just... Unlock, unlock, unlock. What do you mean new quest will be available soon? Give quest, I wish to buy now. Boo. Ba, ba, ba. So what lists have you been playing if you've jumped in today? What have you been up to? What lists have worked for you? Have you tried any of the old ones again? And if so, how have they performed? Love it already. Musicians of Blaviken, nice. Is this... That typically means Golden Necker. Played the list called Spider-Man 2. Oh, nice. I'm so jealous. I've yet to play Spider-Man at all. Spider-Man 2. I can't wait to get my hands on Spider-Man 2. I'm going to be honest with you. That can go. Okay, wasn't supposed to be running Tactical Advantage. Siege should never have been buffed. I agree. I agree entirely. With Teddy over on YouTube. Okay. But we have AA here to thin a little bit further. This time we miss Temple. Make Uprising Cows. Love it. Yes. I remember the old version of that list. Back in there. Funny list. Oh, cheeky. Cheeky, cheeky, cheeky. Love to see it. All right. Hi, Roscoe. How you doing? Good to see you. You saw my rant, and a rant is definitely the correct description for it, my friend. I can assure you. But you need to watch it. I appreciate if you choose to watch it, so thank you. If I had Vigo's muzzle right now, it would be the funniest thing. If only I had access to Vigo's muzzle right now. Oh my word. We all know how the devs feel. No? No lies being told there, bud. Yeah. Okay. Using Ragnarok because why not? I get it. Okay, so this is Witches then. A strange version, but it is Witches. Da-da. I think I'm willing here to do this, this. So Vandergriff says, I'm not going anywhere this turn, that's for sure. I'm willing to play a couple of other things first. I have no idea. It's Shield Wall, which makes sense. The fact that this... Oh, God. Sure. Sure.
Do not look now, my lady.
Sure. Golden Necker or Golden Necker Witches. Typically, yeah. And certainly if you're seeing Musicians of Blaviken, it makes sense. But this looks like it's actual Shield Wall, by the look of it. This might be my pass now. This might be my pass at this stage, honestly. Because I'm not really playing with tempo, right? This is 2, 3, 4. I've got 4 points. If I play this, it's going to absorb most of it into a single hit here, which isn't great. Because it should be playing for 6 plus a click, but it could be playing for as little as 3 plus a click, which feels too slow when I'm only just here, right? So I think we pass all we can. If they choose to take the draw because they think the tempo is better for them, or I don't think that's the case in a 9-card round. Okay, they play the Syrian Nova, that's fine. That's okay. Don't mind Siri. Do 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 ba da 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 do. Finding muzzle's going to be important in their attempt if they decide to go for a bleed. Which we kind of hope they do, honestly, at this point. And there's the bleed, chat. Here we go. They had a second one? That's wild. Oh! Henselt? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Okay, so the next thing that has to go... Yeah, Yaski has got to be heat waved. But before we do that, of course, let's bring on Sace and get rid of Squirrel. Let's just heatwave Yaskia. And then see how far they push this.
Rather die than bend the knees to the Emperor. I'm an officer and a gentleman.
Oh boy. Oh boy. The only problem is, no wait, we do have just enough units. Oh dear, this is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt more than they think. Oh yes, it is. Oh wait, I've played Raffards and I don't have any bronze units. I see. I'm a pleb. Aha. I'm a pleb. That's a thing. Yeah. I'm the problem. Yeah. The boiling oil. Love that. Love that. Cute. Yeah, that's getting annoying. I may have just thrown quite hugely here, chat. That was quite a big oops, if we're being honest. Yeah, that one. Not sure about it. I'm not eternally convinced I've not messed up demonstrably here. So let's find out together. This is the only thing giving me a possible chance, right? Hey, Nath, how you doing? It's got to be this now, which we hate, by the way. But it absolutely has to be that to turn it off, because they're going to click it again, and I need Anse to take it out. They've clicked it now. That's... Okay, so now it's this, this, this. Can I do it in one? 12, 13, 14, 28, 38, 45, 45, 55, 57. This is enough. By 1 point, this is enough.
Satisfaction! Now!
Wait! Oh, it's locked! Why can't I read? Oh, why am I like this? Oh, why am I like this? As soon as I looked, I was like, wait, it's locked! Oh, I'm literally the worst. Chat, I really need to pee. I'll be right back. Have a keg game. Oh, I'm such a moron. Keg game, chance to win a free sub. You know the drill. Get your guesses in. Oh, and it's a purple one. I'll be right back. Enjoy this best of Lionheart. Can you get a quick summary of what just happened because you just arrived? Well, we happened, and we're very happy about it.
That's it.
That's pretty much the summary. Yeah, there you go. Welcome to the future. I still missed your lip. It was going well. Now you're just like you've eaten chocolate. This is gonna be a fun stream. So I've only got 3 hours to go. Useful like armor. So I feel like this goes on your cheeks. It doesn't go on her cheeks.
Ooh. You're dead. No. It's over. It was anger towards the enemies, right?
Yes.
Okay, get out of it.
Did it? We were dizzy.
Yep.
And no, yeah.
Dizzy and love. Dizzy and
We might be singing different songs, but
yeah, I was making up mine. Maybe pick another palette. This is not enough for your artistry.
okay, are they all the same thing? Is this a color?
That is a color.
Oh,
Oh.
these ones are shinier. One of them's called Smog. Can we use Smog?
Yeah.
I think it's good.
It's not so bad, no.
I mean, okay, I think I've gone. There's too much of the eyeshadow that it's not on your eye. I feel like I could tidy that up with a brush, though. I couldn't tidy that up.
The wrong order. Shit. I must be quiet and focus. The perfume, okay? What? Don't breathe. Then I'll forget you.
like I'm being told off.
And think about your next steps, okay?
Oh, I've been thinking about him, chat. Don't you worry. Been thinking long and I've been thinking hard. How the devil are you all? I see lots of guesses. Great job, great job. So let's draw this and continue. I so could have won that, and I'm really annoyed that I didn't pay enough attention, because I could easily have still got out there. Stop your guesses. P-Pegs! Maiden Shield, which by the way is a premium we still needed. Frightened Adornment and Champion's Charge. Do we have any Maiden Shield, friends? We do not. Boom. Unlucky, chat. Oh yeah, let's check the event as well. Still, in spite of everything else that's happening, there are plenty of wonderful things in Gwent that you can get during this event that I will absolutely recommend that you get involved in. So many cool things. Definitely make sure you grab as many of these bundles as you can. Completed the event already. Nice. Congrats. Let's skin for our Vi deck. Yes. Okay. Well, what do we have that we can use? Ooh, that's a really cool skin. Alpha Werewolf, okay. Geralt the Gwynblade. Hey, Shah over on YouTube. They did indeed, my friend. They did indeed. Yes, it is a long distant memory, I'm afraid now. For now, anyway. There is still time for us to rectify that collectively, of course. And I'm hoping most people will take their next set of votes and react accordingly. That's my hope. Will it be the reality? Who knows? You wouldn't be able to get the things you already have? Oh, like rebuy them? Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Sec chat. My Renner. Ba 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 ba. Okay, so Monster Ogroids didn't get touched and is still kicking about. This is a much better starting hand. Someone remind me to change the stratagem as well, if you would be so kind. I need you... I think there's a chance NR can go kind of crazy now that Nilfgaard and Skellige have been yeeted. Hey, Nuke, good to see you, my friend. Oh, okay. Oh. Alright. Sure. Oh, those are some pigs! I hate Temple, but it's fun when I'm the one playing it, you know what I mean? Yes. Not taking Philippa, I know it's disrespectful and I apologize. All of the... Yeah, every cosmetic that used to... Oh, why do I keep forgetting to do this properly? Every time, Lionheart, every time you do this, you pleb. Yes, I believe all of the old cosmetics will be introduced and they will come in on a rolling cycle, is my understanding. How have you drawn every Self-Eater and why are you playing them all now? Is my question, opponent. So let's kill one of them. Let's play another. Morntart. Oh, cute. Yes, of course. Morntart's great now. Okay, okay. We like a bit of Morntart. I forgot all about that. Actually, this was my my muzzle turn, but still. Wow, this is going to be a big Morntart. I absolutely have to win round 1 and push round 2, right? Cute, cute. Okay, so it's gonna be... So Vandergriff says, chat, you know what they say when Vandergriff says? Cancelling the change? No, no. These changes are in the game. The only way they'll change is if people vote for them to change back. The only option. Oh. Sure. Kill. Kill. The more you're playing Siege, the more you like it. I always used to like Siege. I was a big pusher of triple Siege back in the day because I too was once a degenerate, chat. I know that might be hard for you all to believe, but yes, I too once was a degenerate. The Uprising list. The I'll give the Uprising version a go. It's kind of more of a hybrid option, so I'll certainly give it a look. What am I using AA on here? That's kind of one of the constant issues with this list, right? What's my amphibious assault target? I guess it's just the other Kedwani Revenant, but that doesn't feel ideal. Ping this. Play this. Triple Siege used to be a thing. It's not anymore, but yeah, it was Caretaker back in the day that allowed such nonsense. Okay, so now we're actually ahead, which is really good on even for us. So you played Siege, Caretaker. Renew didn't have a provision limit back in the day. Oh, okay, so we just win. Cool. So I think it was Renew. I think it was just play Caretaker, Renew Caretaker. Yeah, and GG. Okay. Da da da. I didn't realize it was a public holiday in Poland tomorrow. That might make the bug fix a little problematic. Ba, ba, ba. Oh, okay. First person that we've seen so far trying to play double cross after the two solitary nerfs. Two solitary buffs, sorry. National Cinnamon Roll Day, Jesus. I see, that sounds delicious, I won't lie. And I hope you enjoy your cinnamon rolls. So it's this. So that they can't draw from it. Oh, a Dahlia is really nice. But against this, the extra duel is just too much to ask. Jesus. Shields! I don't know if shields are as useful against double cross. If I'm being honest. I could be wrong. But I think the damage is probably going to serve me better. Oh boy. I get Zarthisius, Tawny Kalmar, and... oh, an Ivar Evil Eye. Yes, please. They got a Dahlia, Kimbolt, and Philippa. Do you know the problem? Amphibious Assault allows me to get this at any point. Unfortunately, not quite this. Because Amphibious Assault's now for non-neutrals. Oh, and they gave me a full deck, you bunch of... disgrace.
Momentum, a fraction of matter velocity.
Okay, let's grab Ansace from this. Let's get rid of this nonsense. Let's click this, play this, put it here, click. Select. Okay. Now we can see what Henry does. Obviously, it makes life a lot easier for us, right?
Shall be united.
Chat, I've lost you 1 second. Okay. So, I can just Ansaze and kill that if we so desire. Okay. All of the chats. I could see none of you. Okay, we find AA. Didn't want AA particularly, but it's alright. I've got enough siege engines to make Natalis into a bombardment kind of worth it now, I guess. Yes, I have been us. I have. I'm not... It's a deck that doesn't care about most of its provisions. It's obviously a super strong deck. It was always going to be, especially day one, with all of the meta decks deleted, right? Is it nuts? Yes. Is it better than it was before? It's gonna feel it, because there isn't a meta right now. And a list like that can run empty provisions effectively, very easily, simply because it doesn't play most of its cards anyway. Oh, that's annoying. Still impressive, don't get me wrong, but I tend to stay away from day one. Oh my god, it's busted! The big problem isn't that that was buffed, it's that everything else was deleted. Just saying. Okay, that's annoying. Stop that immediately. No. Nerfing 17 different cards in a single faction definitely doesn't click as deserved for me, especially when half of them were in archetypes that didn't make sense. The Syndicate list was so over-nerfed, it's been destroyed. This is just an example of us not understanding how to work together. It was an inevitability, but it's a very sad one, in my opinion. A very sad one. Hey, Terry, thank you very much. Of course, it's Halloween. I forgot that. I forgot that it was Halloween. We are playing a horror game. That's true. That's true. Well, no matter what happens, we're stuck with what we've got now. So we've got 2 weeks to decide what direction we as a game want to go. Do we want to over-nerf to the point where the game can't be played? Or do we learn from it? I think there's no content creators can't rig votes, right? We can go for it, but I think a lot more people than Dosen will have been saying nerf Reavers. It was a waste of a vote. I think it's stupid to do it, but yeah, you're always going to have the ability of a collaborative group of people to make an impact. That's normal. And I think we need that to be the case, quite honestly. If we want Gwent to survive, we're going to need content creators to band together and say, guys, like, we need to make this function. And if the content creators don't do that, I think it could be a serious problem, if you want my honest opinion. But there's always going to be different people wanting different things. That's normal. I think it's not one community of people that has caused over-nerfing. It's the fact that everybody gets a vote that will cause over-nerfing, right? Because, and I've explained this a few times, but I'm more than happy to do it. Let's say we all collectively agree Patricidal Fury Skellige was too good. It's an example. I don't think it was, but let's just go with it, right? I say, I'm going to nerf Sove because that's going to hurt the list. But you say, oh, I know, I'm going to nerf Foulblood because it'll hurt the list. Psychoki decides that actually Sigvold was the problem, while Bassicide over in the corner decides to nerf the leader ability. There are enough people voting that all of us have enough people agreeing with us, and the list went from being a provision or a power buff away from where it should be to completely in the bin, because all of it happened, right? And that's where the biggest portion of this problem lies, unfortunately. Acherontia, yeah, Vice has been deleted, Pink Jelly, yes, unfortunately. That just makes me sad. Vice is quite literally gone, yeah. And that just, I don't like that. I'm not going to pretend I do. I didn't want that change. Don't like the change. Never liked the change. And I don't think Vice was crazy, oppressive, strong. I think it was good. I think the nerfs that it already had were more than sufficient, if I'm being completely honest. But it's also possibly an unpopular opinion, so... yes, we definitely... Hey, I've been defending them for years, guys. Sesame didn't... To me, Sesame didn't need a nerf. And I'll tell you why. You could nerf the list without touching Open Sesame. If you nerf... Open Sesame could have been nerfed to 6, but then you had to leave Acherontia and Ixora where they were, and we didn't do that. We nerfed both of them twice, and then we nerfed them again. 10 coins for 5p, strong. There are lots of cards that do that. But that's not my problem with it. The card itself isn't the issue. Most people's issue is that you can create it too easily from Shady Vendor, right? That's the real crux of it. So what we should have done is buff or nerf other crimes into Shady Vendor's range and muddy the waters a little bit, right? That's what we should have done, in my opinion. For whatever my opinion is worth, that's what I think we should have done. I also should have drawn Siege. Didn't draw Siege, chat. Long round with this, I think... Oh, I'm on the verge. Am I taking a long round here? Lo, thank you for the follow. Hey, Matta, great to see you. Am I really trying to find... Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. It's great to have you here. Yeah. And the thing is, they did buff. That did go back. I'm going to take the long round. This is probably wrong. And that instantly changes the rate of it, right? Enslave also didn't need a nerf, no. And Enslave got like 7. And I'm okay, again, it's not to say that it's not okay to be frustrated with a list and want it to and go, you know what, because a provision or a power is going to cause it. And we're all bored of facing Enslave a lot. So I understand the desire to say, seriously, this list, right? Let's just get rid of it now, because I'm bored to tears of it. Sick of it, I don't want to watch it anymore. I'm not in the realms of... Okay, so chat, I need Zarthisius to turn into Siege, so I know we're in the middle of a really important conversation, but I need you to kind of manifest for me, right? Come on. Manifest Siege. Siege. I'm feeling it. I've got the Siege vibes. Siege? Chance at Siege. Or delayed gratification Siege. It's Siege Master, but that's gonna pull Siege. I'm definitely feeling it. Delayed gratification Siege Master into Siege. Oh no, you're not giving me Kimball. Oh, you're not doing that, right? You know I have muzzle. You know I have muzzle. You. Cheated. So, does muzzle into the thinning purify work? Thinning purify? Hypothetically, if I had it in my deck, it should, because I gave the status and it's on my side, right? So I think so. Oh, the squirrel's the worst option. This was better. This, literally every other card was better. Oh, it's shambles. Absolute humbles. Chat. Pain. Pain. Spain without the S. It's all going wrong. Yeah, the Status Nilfgaard also got demolished as well, yeah. Status Nilfgaard, all the enslaved decks. Yeah, sad. Hey! What's this? Bribery? Yeah. Voting to nerf cultists when cultists are already terrible is just stupid. Like there's no other word for it, I'm afraid. Okay, missing Siege could cost us this. I need to work out a way of thinning more consistently here, because now I'm just in trouble, right? Rompali is a fantastic card. I think it's fair. I'm very much of the opinion that Rompali is really good, so it's hard for me to, you know. This is gonna get zealed because I want to set up wands. But yeah. There's like Rompali is a really, really irritating card in terms of it can potentially be double removal in a single turn, plus it's an engine in its own right, or at least it can stop an engine and be poison and be, you know. And Compass at 9, I voted for it. I want the card at 9 because that's where it was designed to be played. So I want the card at 9, I'll be honest. But I understand people's nerves, reservations, hatred, vitriol, you know. I get why people don't want it there. Stop touching my stuff. Wasn't even too strong. Used to get yeah, for sure. Shupenar was one of the strongest decks of the last patch. It did take, obviously, Temple and Mutagenerator took nerfs, and I don't think anyone's going to disagree that they were okay, because they were very, very strong. Yeah, meta decks that had control in, obviously people get frustrated by them, but forgetting that in some areas of ladder they're not good. Oh, I hate it. Oh, I hate it, chat. I hate it here. Um, okay. Obviously, they'll proc it off their own spy. Yeah, this is my own fault. I should have bled them. I had the opportunity to bleed them, and I didn't. Obviously, missing siege is really bad for us. But I'm using Temple very willingly, knowing that I don't have enough thinning, so that's kind of on me. By kind of, I mean this is all my fault, and I take responsibility. We just take it a bit slower. Squirrel does nothing, but Zoe! In with the tier 3 sub.
So, on its current trajectory, will Gwent survive the next 12 months?
No.
Hashtag deep and meaningful conversation.
No. If we have patches that mimic this, no it won't. And I hate to say it, and I know obviously you're asking a genuinely deep and meaningful question there. No, is the answer. I can pair that and get more value, because this next turn gets me a 1, so it's the most points. I'm pretty sure we're dead, but it's not. That's really problematic. Never mind. The Tawny Shalimar really ends this for us as a contest, I think. Oh, Lionheart, no. I also can't count. It wouldn't have made the difference. I would have lost by 2. I would have lost by 2. Damn. Okay. So basically, if I draw any card there that isn't... oh, it fixed. If I managed to draw any card that wasn't the squirrel, we were all right. And Zoe, thank you so much for that tier 3 sub, my friend. 27 months. Huge amount of support. Huge amount of support. Love it. Thank you so much. As always, it's great to have you here, my friend. Thank you so much. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. So Siege. Okay, we played some Siege. It's obviously good, right? It's obviously good. I know it, you know it, everybody knows it. That's fine. I don't really want to play Vi. What I do want to do, I want to play Movement Scoia'tael. Gesrus is the only thing that got buffed there, but... Move. So, Gesrus is now in and 6 base power. And a Nero is coming. I think we still include Great Oak in this. And I think this list runs that. Pellars. I think I'm actually running... No, we're not running 2 Pellars. We're running... Elf. 2 of those. Witcher. And we're really going on the Witcher train here. Really going in on the Witcher train. Dryads. 4p. Of course, we want both of those. We do want Operator, I think, to make this work. We want to go greedy right now. We also want... 2 of those. I'm going to go and say 2 Dryads Caresses. If that's the case, it's probably Simless. And then I need to find a provision. So Simless isn't it? Simless is in if Oak is out. Golden Necker didn't deserve a nerf. It will definitely get one now, though, and Compass will get nerfed with it, unfortunately. Oh, we want Necromancy in this list, of course. So... But that's true of literally every meta deck, right? Realistically. Is that not just true of every meta deck? That at low MMR, if there's a fully fledged deck, people don't know how to play it and they get destroyed? Because it feels that way to me. I'm also in the way, chat, sorry. Okay, we got a lot of tall punish. The Great Oak is the only one I'm unsure of, because we do row stack, but could Oak be better used elsewhere? Is my only thing. I like the Oak. I like having two options. This is good for our short round. But I feel like consistency is going to be our big problem here, right? We don't have the consistency to get exactly what we need, and that's going to be a problem. So typically, as a result, you would take something like a Saskia to thin and to help. If I can find her. She's 14 provisions. And that would be spell, dragon, witcher, location, trap, beast is 6, elf is 7, nature is 8, dryad is 9. So I would need a 10th one as well to make that work. And then I have to cut what? The iron? So you're definitely running a dwarf if you're doing this, right? Because at the moment I only have 3 bronzes. So you would actually run this and 1, 2, 3. She's risky with mentors. See you later, Lark. Thank you very much for dropping in. No, I like the caresses. I like the caresses here. Is Saskia the way for the extra thinning? I think so. I think so. I'm going to say yes. I think Saskia is the way. So for 2 of those, so now I've got dwarf, dryad, nature, witcher, elf, beast at 6, trap at 7. Spell at 8, location at 9, and of course, dragon at 10. Chariots are nice, but we don't have any 5 provision slots. My only concern is the mentor being pulled out, but which probably means I should only be running 1 of them. Still want to work on change? No, Gwentfinity's in. Gwentfinity's in. There are, as far as I understand, there are no more structured changes available from the Gwent team. Don't mind a chariot here, actually, as well. Because the mentor... I love mentors in the Golden Necker version. But... Siege is definitely back, bud. Siege is definitely back. On the other hand, it could just be Maxi for that extra bit of consistency. But Chariot protects the engines. We like the Chariot. Let's try it. We love movement engines. My concern, we don't necessarily have enough Purify. That could be an issue for us. But on Blue Coin, we've got guaranteed access to Saskia. She has the potential to win a round all on her own. Hyperthin? Enid and Glenna! Second. Okay. We're on Blue Coin. Necromancy this early is unnecessary. Saskia is amazing. Megascope is great. Honestly, that kind of slaps. Because of course, Saskia! I choose you! Let's find out, shall we? Ooh, turn 1, Iris Companions. Okay. I'm on board with it. I can respect it. Let's do that. I don't need to Curse Scroll just yet. I'll Curse Scroll the Cat Witcher Mentor away once a Witcher has been thinned onto the board. You. I think my opponent's passing here. Now, winning this round is really important to us. And I actively am pretty sure they're going to pass here. I'm going to take the Anero. I'm going to put this back now. I don't think they're playing another card here, right? So I want to play as little as possible. Gotta be the Witcher. Hello, my darling. How are you doing? I can imagine you are, Angel. I can imagine you are. How was dinner? Was it good? The opponent's still going, chat. They have a lot more points than I gave them credit for. Am I leaving? I have now got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points a turn. Plus another 4, 5 being pulled out. I think we go. I'm sure I am personally responsible, Energix. So you're on your way home, Angel? I don't know who the hell buffed Siege. Like, that's wild. That's craziness. NR Siege is good. A couple of people running Uprising Siege as well. Bye, opponent. Don't mess with the movement engines, chat. Didn't even get Ginger Boy down and we were done in round 1. GG. Next. Play, glorious, play. Chunky Dryads will always be great, my darling. They're probably the best they're ever going to be right now because there's no other control and everyone else is going greedy. So they're probably literally the best they're ever going to be. Someone trying out... Okay, someone trying out cash. Like a bit of hidden cash. Don't want both of those. Buff Hammer Triad. You can try, my darling. You can try. I don't know if that one's gonna go through, but give it a go, you know? You, Saskia, go.
Style. That's right. I like fighting with style.
Gwentfinity, Patrick over on YouTube, is the process of Gwent balancing itself with its player base. Now that no new content is coming in. Turn 1 passive flora, yeah. I spent as many provisions, so I can't exactly talk. Cute. Let's not give that a chance. I'm so hungry. I had a bagel at, what, 7 a.m. this morning? I really need food. Oh, I'm glad it did too, my darling. I'm glad it did too. I know you were really looking forward to being able to do that, so yeah, I'm very glad as well. Grab a Nero again here. And I think it's probably okay just to kick Caress. Yeah, the shift is now not just happening, but in. Yeah, we're in there now. The first set of buffs or changes and massive nerfs are gone. It was running sushi. Oh, okay. That sounds good. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the spot we're in all of a sudden. What's the stream tomorrow? What, as in, what am I playing? I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure yet. It's either Cyberpunk or Baldur's Gate for sure. Obviously, maybe a smidgen of Gwent, but Cyberpunk or Baldur's Gate tomorrow. Kill it with Brain? Yeah, that doesn't hurt. Yeah. I should have used... I keep forgetting to use armor, but I know they have nothing, so... You know? That's the card I was looking for and couldn't work out why I couldn't find it. They have no spenders. Join for the PC in a little while. Fantastic. Can't wait, my darling. Can't wait. Wait. I don't really want to Vigo's muzzle any of those, right? As tempting as it is. I'm gonna have to push this. Four points a turn. Saskia could bring this or this, so it is another engine. Obviously, the other movement engine would be best. I think they catch up way too easily there. Honestly. But okay. Let's see. We do get the other movement engine. That's a lot of points all of a sudden every turn. What just happened? Did I just get screwed? Well, Yazara, that's the last time we listen to you. Good lord, that that one stung just a little bit. That one, it's a little bit of kick in the tail for that one, quite honestly. Digger Castle, which
Humans are scum. I prefer elves. War.
surely they bleed, right? Yeah. Hey, no, it's okay. The 2 deal damage guy plus the boat being the one that took all of the damage, that's just unfortunate, you know what I mean? But that's not on you, my friend. Let's just pop that there. Yeah, the fact that we double hit the boat screwed us. If we didn't hit it, we were fine. Opponent was obviously very happy at that realization. Do we believe they have another poison? Do we have to believe they have the other poison here? Because I have a purifier, but it'll just annoy me to have to use it this turn. Right? Seizing the boat, I don't think it's worth it. Okay. We're believing in more poison. Okay. Okay. If you guys say we believe in more poison, we believe in more poison. No access to heat wave now, though. Okay. They did have more poison, chat. Good call. Good call. I know this looks weird. Bear with me. Because they're going in, right? They're going in.
The anatomical changes slightly exceed my expectations. Yeah, I worked for the Portuguese. Better than working with humans.
I'm sure Scoia'tael has some bear issues. This is going to jump back, which is really going to suck. Candle drops down. Okay.
Fucking pitchfork. Seriously?
Okay.
One man's battlefield is another man's ripe patch for harvest. We didn't taint the mutation process. We improved.
I think I could have passed here. With 9 coins in the pocket, it's too risky, right? Fortunately, Heatwave, Muzzle, 2 leader charges, and this movement. If I can find the Heatwave, we're golden. I think. Right? Not you. So, it's got to be... Is it just a Nero Cat Witcher? No, it's this for now, right? That for now. As soon as I get a unit I can steal... Thank you. Leave it alone, Chief. Leave it alone. Beautiful. Mine. Fantastic. I will take your engine. Why, thank you. Then it's going to be the Cow Witcher. I think we're screwed. Yeah, damn. Not going to keep up. I should have saved the Gezrus.
Style. That's right. I like fighting with style.
So this is still 8. The heat wave hurts us. Is there any way I can kill both 2 and this hits it? And heatwave this, they just pass and win anyway, right? So that doesn't work. We have to heatwave the 7. Their coins alone bring them basic. Oh, we hit it as well. Oh, you hate to see. Oh, never mind. We lost by a ton. We lost by a ton. Ba, 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 ba. Damn. Wow. Hand reader. Nice. My pass in round 1 screwed us. I think we are winning that if we don't. Lovely to see hand reader back around. Okay, that's really cool. I don't know if he's live or not, but if he is, GG. GG. Ba, 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 da, 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 da.
A stiff neck.
Let's have a look. That's a great opening hand, if we can avoid the doubles. Oh, double on that's okay, because I can get rid of it. We're against Zeal. Okay, okay, okay. Muta Generator. I'm gonna say nope, nope, nope. We'll do that. Grab that. Get rid of that. Heat wave. And continue. A dem event. That's interesting. Welcome home, my darling. Welcome home. You can cheer on our last Gezrus game then. How's that? You can cheer on our final Gezrus game. That's a lot of points. It seems, chat. That's a lot of points. Yeah, pew pew indeed. We're team pew pew now. You put both winches in that. That seems bold. That does seem bold. Now, when I hit this to 6, is this better to take? Oh, that's a lot of points, though. No. Few. I think I'm supposed to take Rathard's Vengeance. So that's what we're going to do. We're also going to protect our engine again. To the stage of, I want multiple of these. Let's go! Yes, yes, yes! Triple hammer on the engine. Movement knows what's up. Oh, they sniped the Saskia! I can't complain when it happens to them and then happens to me, but you know full well I want to. Oh, you know full well I absolutely want to. Damn. Savage, chat. Sauvage. He's going to be a lot of points because we didn't manage to get rid of... Yo, Dala, nice. That's kind of cute. Who buffed Siege? I wish I knew. Good lord, I wish I knew who buffed Siege, so I could have some quite serious and important chats with them about their life choices. You know? Yeah, I'll take that. Thanks, bud. So many points. Good job, opponent, honestly. We might be in a bit of trouble here. One, two, three, 4, 10. Yeah, we're fine. Still going. Not being able to handle this Oni has been really painful for us. Alright. I've got another 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 points than it looks. So I'm actually on 32. I can make that 36, 37, 38, 39, 40 with a singular card here. 41 actually, because spawn and move and punch and move and punch. And we are okay. I've got 8 points a turn right now, so they're sensible to get out of here. That was tough, though. That was tough. Woo! Love to see it, love to see it. I'm so hungry. Oh my god. Now, ooh. I think the long round suits me most, but against this order spam nonsense, it probably doesn't, right? I'm movement engines. I should just be playing movement engines. And don't worry, Gaitan's going to move it back for me. Or possibly stick a castle if I go another way about it. You don't like this play? See, now I'm just gone, right? Now I'm gone. They've given me siege. They think I'm here. I'm now not playing this. So we've managed to get siege, Demavend. But I think I have to go now. Right? Like, bye. Yeah. Nice shirt, thank you. We love this shirt. I am 3 followers away from 9,000. I've just seen it over on Twitch. We have 8,997 of you wonderful souls with us in the channel. 470 V Enslave. Wow. We are so close. And Hulimanen helps us get that little bit closer. Love to see it. Thank you so much for that, by the way.
Officer, I'm a gentleman.
I'll get some value from this. Let's... Yeah. They can kill this pretty much straight away, right? Yes, Gnome. Nobody can rank up currently, unfortunately. Oh, what the balls? If you're outside of pro rank, it currently is a known bug. Winning games does not help. They're working on a fix as we speak. However, it is a national holiday in Poland tomorrow, which is going to hamper those efforts. I have a horrible feeling. So everything I play is going to die initially, right? I think we're in trouble. I think we're in trouble, chap. Yeah. Nothing's gonna stick. I can move and kill this, I guess, instead. And that's probably the most I'm gonna get, the 9 points from that. And it might just be worth me accepting that 9 points. Because this is gonna play, it's gonna give me 6 as a guarantee. But 7, 8, 9, yeah, it's never going to survive, so we just have to take the Saboteur here. I have to greed now. Don't think there's a way that we win this. Because they just have too much consistent damage. Really sucks for us. Right? This might be my one shot. They hold Margarita. Are you telling me they didn't have a single special? Surely not. The game was unfortunately done a long time ago. Game's been done for a while. They, to be fair to them, they've played very well. And they've drawn very well. See? Oh. Makes the square root of bugger all difference. Fair play, opponent. Fair play. Good job. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was patch day. It was an experience. There were ups and downs. I think we've got a lot to learn about balancing Gwent, it's fair to say. But that is going to be the first stream. I will be back in live tomorrow. You will see me maybe with Gwent. Maybe with Gwent. But definitely with something else. It'll either be Cyberpunk or it will be Baldur's Gate 3. I'm torn between the two. Honestly, I am going to send you over to Shin Miri. Let's see what he has to say for himself. I think he's playing vampires right now, and I think they will be a lot of fun. So hopefully we can see some new decks rising to the forefront. Have a wonderful rest of your evening with whatever you choose to do. There is the rating message. And my friends, I will leave you to it. If you're on Twitch, you go into Shin Miri. If you're on YouTube, please check out the video I posted this afternoon with my overall thoughts on the balance changes. And hopefully I will see you all tomorrow. Until next time, my friends, take care. Bye.